Science.
Trust me, this one's a stinker.
To the belly. You guessed it, we're at Gtechniq today, up in Northampton. This is a brand famous in the car world, but relatively new to the mountain bike and the road bike world. They've brought out a full range of cleaning products and also a ceramic coating that goes on your bike. Something I'm really excited about and something that I've been using for a little while now. And the real reason I'm here, other than to get my bikes cleaned, is to look in the lab, see the scientists in the laboratory and understand exactly why and how these products work. Because they're amazing. They repel water, they repel mud, they clean your bike beautifully, but how do they do it? So that's where we're going to head now. We're going to go straight to the lab and find out what makes these things tick. So we're in the lab now. I can't show you what's behind you because it's all top secret, but I like these products because they work well, but what I don't know is how and why they work so well. So we're going to bring in Rob and our mad scientist Lee to talk exactly why, sort of on a chemical level, this stuff's so impressive. It's something I don't know, and it's certainly going to be a learning journey, so thanks in advance for your patience. But yeah, I think probably we start with the cleaning side of the range, okay. But really the ceramic stuff is what I'm excited to hear about. I mean, all we see is the finished product, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know what makes a good cleaner. When I've used it, you always see the dirt loosening and then running off of the frame. Is there a simple, how does that work?
Yeah, so...
How does it separate, how's it...
Within the dirt, you're going to have a few different bits. You're going to have some quite hard aggregate particles, so those tiny little bits of stone, bits of mud, and then you're going to have grease and oils as well. And it's actual grease and oil that is kind of acting like a glue, sticking all the dirt to the frame. This starts dissolving up all that oil so it can't stick anymore. So then that breaks down with the water, runs off, and then everything just falls off with it. The main point of this product is that you don't have to touch your bike when you're doing it. This does all the work for you.
Okay. So this is the bike kit, right?
Yeah.
So this is everything you need to ceramic coat your bike, yeah?
Yeah.
What is ceramic, but also why is ceramic chosen as the material to coat a bike with?
So ceramic's actually a really broad term, and it just means inorganic, non-metallic substance. More specifically, what we've got here is silicones. So it gives slightly different properties, and the properties you're getting is that it's very, very hard, very dirt and water repellent. So that's where you get the water beading effect, because you're creating a very low surface energy surface. So it's the same principle as a non-stick frying pan.
This is actually the ceramic sort of dried out
stuff here?
Yes.
Yes.
So how thick does it go off on the frame?
It's about a micron thickness. So to put that into perspective, a human hair is 70 microns.
So 70th of a human hair?
So it is just that surface layer. Now some of it will actually key into the surface of the paint, so it essentially becomes the surface of the paint.
Can we see it in action?
So, like I say, I'll sprinkle some water on here. You can see the way it's just kind of spreading out on the surface, the way you'd expect water to behave. But then when I go onto this one, you can see it's the way it's beading up.
And that's what I've seen on my frame that's coated.
What we're doing is we're reducing the surface energy. So any surface has a level of energy to it, and water has a surface tension.
Yeah.
So what has happened here is that the energy on the surface is less than the tension of the water.
Because of the coating you put on it?
Yeah. So it's beaded up and pulled away in.
And can you coat any surface? Could you do a soft, like, you do materials for cars, don't you?
Yeah, we do fabrics as well. So we've got some garments here.
So you've coated this?
Yeah, that's just your t-shirt.
Yeah, that's just a sort of standard cotton blend t-shirt.
Yeah.
That would soak up water?
Yes.
Like a sponge?
Yeah.
No way.
So yeah, just pouring it on, you can see the water doesn't want to...
Yeah.
Yeah, so
is this coated as well?
Yeah, this piece here is coated as well, yeah. And this will last for 10 washes as well, so you're not having to reproof it every time you wash. So it's got a high level of durability to it as well.
Science.
You got a break? I don't know, but I feel like you should just stand.
So we're now down in the Gtechniq detailing bay. Bikes are pretty special to us, they're our pride of joy, but look at this car. I'm not much of a car guy, but this is definitely my favourite Peugeot. We're surrounded by really, really nice cars. I mean, if you can detail and coat one of these, why can't you do it on your bike? It's sick. I shouldn't swear, so again. It's so cool, and they've just given me the keys. We're in a sealed garage at the moment, so I can't take it anywhere, but I am going to start it. Let's see what it sounds like.
What kind of car are you getting?
You keep it. Yes! Am I allowed to press the throttle? Can you film him saying, yes, I can? I can't do this, it's too guilty. I feel like I'm going to break it. That's sick! So we're out the back of the warehouse now in the wash bay. I've got my Enduro race bike behind me. That's already had a ceramic coating, so we're not going to do that again. But we're going to give it a deep clean before ceramic coating my jump bike, and I'm going to the skate park later, so it might not get dirty there, but when I take it to the dirt jumps next week, it's going to clean off really easy afterwards. So time to get wet.
Oh, then.
Right, getting the jockey wheels a bit. 3, 2, 1, spraying. So we've got the bike wash in there, and now it's time for the washing up. If you haven't used a mitt before, don't knock it till you try it. Just don't wear brand new shoes when you're cleaning your bike. All jokes aside though, is that heated water?
You're not very good at this, are you?
No, the front wheel. I can't believe you heat the water.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just sort of wiping an already clean bike while Rob does all the hard work. Look.
What you see on camera is not what really happens behind the camera.
Can't tell if you're actually annoyed or not.
No.
Teamwork. So you can forget your Porsches. That is a lovely machine. So Rob's kindly cleaned this for me. My race bike's spotless. You can see how the water just stays on this. Now, if that was muddy water and you were out riding, it's just going to sort of dry and stain the bike. And this is the perfect example of why that happens. If I spray this down, you've got 3 hexagons here that are coated. Water runs away, beads up, everything else just sits with a layer of water on. And that's why your bike stays muddy when it dries. Science. Ceramic. Science. Rob, you're going to have to show me how to do this.
Right.
We have a clean bike, we have a bike ceramic kit.
In the kit, you're going to get 2 microfibers, a flame prep, and the actual application pad along with some gloves. So the main thing we want to do is just quickly run over the bike with the frame prep, making sure there's no greasy marks or fingerprints left over the frame. And then we'll get onto the actual coating with the pad and a fresh microfiber.
So step 1.
Step 1, microfiber.
Frame prep microfiber. And I'll pretend that I'll start, but then actually, Rob, you're going to help me.
All right.
Do you spray onto the rag?
Yes, it's always probably good to start on the rag just in case. The aroma. This is really, like I say, just to make sure there's no greasy marks over the frame.
What is it, alcohol based?
Pretty much it's like an IPA. Like we said earlier, because it's solidifying. Huh?
What?
An Indian Pale Ale.
What did you say?
Indian Pale Ale.
An IPA, is that what you said?
It's that word I can't pronounce. What are you doing to that frame?
Huh? Alright, I reckon she's pretty grease free.
Step 2, your big tweet sticker.
Put a sticker on. This is optional, but we do recommend you do put a Gtechniq sticker on. Yeah, and don't bite your nails, because...
We can edit this bit out. Pick a spot, any spot.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Glorious.
Right, let's do this. So with the coating, to start off, you want to soak the top half of the application pad. And it's really quite simply, we're just going to go over the frame. So almost bit by bit. As you go over, you can see that thick residue being left behind. And then just keep going over it and making sure that you've got a nice even surface. There.
So it's just getting it even?
It's just getting a nice even spot. And the idea is that you want to leave it then for a few minutes to sort of start its chemical reaction and bond to the frame. And then we can come along and buff it off. So whilst that's just doing its thing, if you want to do the down tube.
Is this 3 fingers or 4?
As many as you like.
Okay. All right, we're going. It's very satisfying. We're going to do the whole bike?
We're going to do the whole bike, yeah. But because of that chemical bonding to the surface, if you now left that, you see all these big thick wet patches?
Yeah.
It would actually dry like that. So now once it's had a bit of time to cure, it's really important to then just sort of come over and just lightly buff off the excess.
Yeah,
just get
do one
done.
bit and buff it and then move on. So my other bike is coated, but I didn't actually have any part in that. So this is my first time coating one. It's a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's actually really satisfying. Especially when someone else cleaned the bike for me.
Well, I'm good like that.
Rob?
Right.
I think that is done.
So do I leave it 24 hours before you get it wet?
Is that the
good
rule,
to
yeah?
go? Yeah, because you've got to allow it to cure and dry. But other than that, it's good to go.
How did I get on?
You passed.
Proud of me.
You can come and do some of mine now.
So that has been a day at Gtechniq. I've had a wicked time. It's been so good to get into the lab and see the science and the nerdy stuff and exactly why these products are amazing. The cleaning stuff is brilliant, but the ceramic coating for me is something I haven't seen in the bike world before and something I'm really excited about. So I'll finish the day sandwiched between these two beauties, but I know which one I'll take home. Science.